Deep beneath the surface of global conflicts, an illicit arsenal lies dormant. Today, we pull back the curtain, exposing the forbidden weapons that defy all reason. Weapons that could change the course of history. Imagine a world where forbidden weapons lurk in the shadows, waiting to unleash chaos upon the unsuspecting. A world where international laws are shattered and the consequences are unimaginable. But fortunately, it's not going to happen. So it's time to check out our video. Laser beam. The prohibition of blinding laser beams worldwide stems from their grave ethical and humanitarian implications. These weapons are primarily designed to cause permanent blindness, a debilitating injury that is considered inhumane by the international community. This is due to the irreversible harm it causes, often without any chance of medical recovery, which is viewed as a violation of the principles of necessity and proportionality in the law of armed conflict. These principles call for a balance between military necessity and humanitarian considerations. The Protocol on Blinding Laser Weapons, which is Protocol 4 of the 1980 Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons, adopted by the United Nations in 1995, officially banned the use of these devices. It has since been ratified by over 100 nations, demonstrating global consensus on this issue. The last known use of such lasers in a conflict is not well documented due to their ban. Expanding bullet. Expanding bullets, also known as hollow point or dum-dum bullets, are forbidden worldwide due to their inhumane nature and the severe, often fatal wounds they inflict. Expanding bullets are designed to mushroom or fragment upon impact, thereby creating larger wound channels and maximizing tissue damage. This property contrasts with traditional full metal jacket bullets, which tend to maintain their shape and penetrate further without causing as much damage to the tissue. The prohibition of expanding bullets dates back to the 1899 Hague Convention Declaration 3, which explicitly forbade their use in international warfare. The rationale for this ban is rooted in the principles of distinction and proportionality under the international humanitarian law. These principles seek to protect civilians and minimize unnecessary suffering among combatants. Incendiary weapons. Incendiary weapons are widely considered inhumane and have been largely prohibited due to the severe and indiscriminate suffering they inflict. These weapons, which include devices such as napalm, white phosphorus, and thermite, are designed to set fire to objects or cause severe burns upon human contact. The indiscriminate nature of incendiary weapons makes it difficult to limit their effects to combatants, often resulting in the unnecessary suffering of civilians and collateral damage to the surrounding environment. The prohibition of incendiary weapons is rooted in various international legal instruments. The 1980 Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons and its Protocol 3 specifically address the use of incendiary weapons. The protocol restricts the employment of incendiary weapons against military objectives located within concentrations of civilians, and it completely bans their use against civilians. Non-detectable fragments. Non-detectable fragments, also known as plastic or invisible fragments, are forbidden worldwide due to the inhumane nature of the injuries they cause and the considerable challenge they pose to medical personnel. These fragments are typically made of materials such as plastic or composite, which are not easily detected by conventional medical imaging techniques like X-rays. As a result, non-detectable fragments can remain lodged in the human body, causing unnecessary suffering, long-term health complications, and increased risk of infection. The prohibition of non-detectable fragments is enshrined in the 1979 Convention on Certain Conventional Weapons and its Protocol 1. The protocol explicitly bans the use of weapons designed to cause injury via fragments that are undetectable by X-rays. This prohibition reflects the global consensus on the need to protect both combatants and civilians from the insidious and prolonged suffering caused by these fragments. In conclusion, the prohibition of inhumane weapons reflects a global commitment to upholding humanitarian principles in armed conflicts, protecting civilians, and minimizing combatants' suffering.